There is a question about Mithya. What is Mithya? The word word Mithya is in Sri Shankara's teaching. Jagat Mithya. Many people translate that as Mithya as illusion, Mithya as unreal, Mithya as Maya. So different words are used. What is the real meaning of Mithya? And what is the relationship between these words, Mithya, unreal, illusion, and Maya? So let us understand the word Mithya. Mithya is to be compared with Satya. Satya means unchanging reality, eternal truth, something which doesn't change at any point of time. Mithya means dependent reality, dependent on Satya. Mithya has no existence of its own. Satya has independent existence. Satya means independent existence. Mithya has no independent existence. For example, let us take gold and necklace. Gold can be compared to Satya. Necklace can be compared to Mithya. Gold is a substratum of necklace, chain, ring, and many ornaments. The substratum gold does not change at all. What changes is the form of the substratum, appearance of the substratum in the form of gold, a necklace, chain, and ring. So I would say gold is compared to Satya, means unchanging reality. Necklace, chain, and ring are changing reality dependent on the unchanging reality of gold. Gold does not change, but form of the gold changes. The necklace has no independent existence at all. Go to a shopkeeper and ask him, give me necklace. He will give only gold in the form of necklace. Necklace without gold has no existence at all. Necklace is just a name and form. So the Mithya means dependent reality. Dependent reality has no existence of its own. Necklace has no existence other than gold. The substance of necklace is gold. Let us take the mud pot. The pot. It has a function. I can drink water. It has a form. We call this pot. The pot is a name. Pot is a form. Name and form and function is called pot. But look at the pot. It is made up of mud. Mud only is appearing as pot or glass or a spoon or a plate. But mud doesn't not go to change. Mud appears as many things. The mud is the substratum. Mud is the independent reality. The pot is the appearance. The appearance or apparent reality which has no existence of its own called Mithya. The reality which has existence of its own is called Satya, independent reality. The Satya or eternal reality appears as with the name and form, that is called Mithya. Appearance is called Mithya. Appearance is the apparent reality which has no substance of its own is called Mithya. Here we'll take two examples. Milk changes into the curd. Then milk is gone. Milk has become curd. There's no more milk is there. Milk has transformed into the curd. The milk has lost its properties. Now curd only is there. The Satya, eternal reality, does not belong to this category of transformation. It's called Vivarta. Vivarta means changing the appearance without undergoing transform, itself undergoing modification. The gold changes its appearance, but gold does not undergo any modification. The appearance is called Mithya. Appearance has no substance of its own. In that context, Brahma Satya Jagan Mithya is told. The only substance of entire universe is Brahman, substance. Brahman is Satya, eternal reality, unchanging reality, independent reality. It is not dependent on anything. Every other substance in you, every other object in the universe, sun, moon, tree, plant, river, everything is an appearance of Brahman. And this appearance is not permanent. Appearance, it appears and disappears. Like wave appears and disappears. Like a storm appears and disappears. It's a temporary appearance of the underlying reality called Brahman. Brahman itself is not available to sense organs and the mind. But the apparent reality of the world, consisting of sun, moon, tree, plant, sun, space, wind, fire, water, is visible to, available to sense organs in the form of name and form. Jagat Mithya, when it said, the Jagat or world is nothing but name and form. The underlying reality of Jagat is Brahman. This is the meaning of Brahma Satya, Jagat Mithya. Now, the Mithya word, people translate it in English in various ways. The problem is in the translation. First translation is called illusion. Is the word illusion. Jagat is an illusion. The word illusion, the terminology used in Sanskrit is called Bhrama. Bhrama is called illusion. When Brahman is forgotten, the appearance of Brahman, which is the world, as taken as real, then it's called Bhrama, illusion. The name and form of the world are Mithya. They don't have substance of its own, independent reality of own. They all are dependent reality. Brahman alone is Satya. The world is an apparent reality, is a appearance of Brahman. Appearance of Brahman in the form of name and form. Name and form is temporary. It keep on changing. But the substance Brahman does not change. Like water does not change. It appears as wave and disappears. Water appears as foam and disappears. Brahman appears as chara achara, moving and non-moving objects in the universe. This appearance changes. That's called Mithya. That we call as Jagat. Jagat means jayate gachati. It is born, it disappears. It has no, it is not eternal. It is Mithya. Now, Bhrama or illusion is thinking that or accepting world as real. Real means the word real is equivalent of word in real in English is called Satya. Satya in Sanskrit. Taking Mithya as Satya, taking world as real, world as unchanging reality, world as world as unchanging reality, world as substantial reality. The Mithya as Satya is called illusion. It's called Bhrama. Taking the world as independent reality is called Bhrama, illusion. Mithya word itself is not illusion. When Mithya is taken as Satya, it's called illusion. In Sanskrit, the right word for illusion is called Bhrama. When Brahman is confused with the world, Brahman is forgotten and world is taken as real, Bhrama or illusion happens. Bhrama is confusing Brahman, confuse the world as real. It's called Bhrama, illusion. So I've explained two terms, Mithya and Bhrama. Now the third term comes, which is unreal. Unreal means it is not real, but it doesn't say it's false. Unreal means not false, but not real. False in Sanskrit is called asatya, asat. Real in Sanskrit is called satya. Between satya and asatya, there's mithya. Satya or eternal reality is Brahman alone, unchanging reality. Brahman alone is Satya. Brahman is existence. Something which is not existent, which cannot exist, is called Asatya. Example for that is a flying horse. Flying horse does not exist. It's called Asatya. Brahman is not available to sense organs. Brahman is Sat Chit Ananda. That is, Brahman belongs to the category of real or Satya. A flying horse or a talking elephant, they all do not exist. They belong to the category of Asatya. Between Satya and Asatya, there's a category called Mithya. Asatya we can say false. Satya we can say true, truth. Between the truth and false, there is an appearance which appears to be true, but in reality it is not true. Which appears to be there, but it's not there. That is called Mithya. For example, the sky appears to be blue, but it's not really blue. That category is called Mithya. The appearance is there. Not. Mithya means appears to be there, appears to be real, but it is not real. But it's not false also. If it is false, it would not appear at all. Mithya is experientially real, but factually not real. Asatya is experientially is not real also. Asatya, you cannot experience it all. Mithya, you can experience it. When you're experiencing it, appears to be real. But when the experience is over or you come out of the experience, it's not real. Example of Mithya is a dream world. When you are in dream world, everything in the dream world appears to be real. But when you wake up from the dream world, you understand it's not real. Such category is called unreal. The word unreal is used for that. Now, why word unreal comes into picture? Because Mithya is taken as Satya. Mithya is taken as real. That's called Bhrama. To bring you out of Bhrama, to bring you out of illusion, the teacher has to tell you it is unreal. It is not real. Then you say, no, it's I can see it, I can experience it. It is not false in that sense. It is a temporary appearance, Mithya, which has no existence of its own, and that is pointed out by the word called unreal. So I have explained the word Satya, Mithya, Asatya, and unreal. Now, there's a word called Maya. The Maya word means Yama iti Maya. What is not there appears to be there. The example of Maya is rope and snake. I see a rope and I confuse with a snake. Rope appears a snake. There's no real snake. Rope only appeared a snake. But I don't know it's not rope. I don't know it's not snake. I don't know it's rope. I don't know it's rope. Then I'm afraid. Similarly, Brahman appears as word. Yama iti Maya. The world has no substance. The name and world is nothing but name and form. World is just an appearance. Brahman is a substratum. Brahman is equivalent of snake. World is Brahman is equivalent of rope. World is equivalent of snake. So Yama iti Maya is called, the word Maya is used. What is not there appears to be there because of superimposition of name and form. That's called Maya. Another example. I see a tree and I see a ghost. The ghost is really not there. My mind superimposes ghost on the tree. This superimposition, because of this superimposition, the tree appears as ghost. The ghost is not really there. So this is called Maya.
Because there is a name and form. Confusing the sensations of receiving it as ghost.
So let us take the next question. This question is answered. We'll take the next question. Okay. Okay. So I'll pause.
New recording?
Yeah, new recording.
New recording?
No, continuation. Started? No. Okay. So the next question is, I am seeing a tree and I am seeing a ghost. The ghost is superimposed on the tree. And I'm scared. The question is, when analysis, I understand ghost was not there, tree is there, tree is there. That means there is an object on which superimposition has happened. So Brahma Satya Jagan Mithya falls under which category? Brahman is not an object at all. Brahman is a substratum. Brahman doesn't fall under the category of tree and ghost. because Brahman is not available to sense organs and the mind. There is a superimposition on Brahman in the form of world, name, and form. Now the question comes, in the world, I am able to see the tree, a plant, a sun, and moon. I am seeing something. Is it there or not? Is the object there or not? Okay. When I see a ghost on the tree was there. But I superimpose the ghost on that. Whereas in case of world, I am able to see sun, I am able to see moon, I am able to see tree. Is an object called tree there? Is an object called sun there? That is the question. So the answer for that, there's only Brahman. Brahman alone is there. The Brahman is seen as a tree, as a mountain, as sun, as a river, and all as all objects. How that happens? The question comes, was there a tree? Is there a tree? Is there sun? Is there a moon? Our sense organs are responsible for giving a shape, form. Sense organs give a form to what I see. There are 5 sense organs. So we'll just take one as an example. We'll not touch all the sense organs, just one example. The eyes have a limited ability. So somebody's eyes is color blind. He sees a beautiful flower. How does it appear to him? Black and white. Now my question is, the color of the flower was in the flower or in the eyes of the person? The color of the flower was in the eyes of the person. The flower, what is there in the flower, we don't know. But eyes of the person gives a color to the flower. In other words, our sense organs give a form. Let's say I smell a beautiful flower. Very nice smell. If my nose is not working properly, there's no smell for the flower. Was the smell in the flower or in my nose? My sense organs are giving a form to form. All objects in the universe have a form. The form is created by sense organs: eyesight, smell, taste, sound, and touch. For a blind person, they know there's no form because he is blind. He has a sense of touch. Now you'll come back and say, a blind person cannot see the form, blind person cannot see the tree, but I can see the tree. That's why the tree exists. There's a tree existing apart from the seer. But again, this is your view. From his direct experience, there's no tree. In the waking state or dream state, we can take my own experience or we can take the experience of others. So we have to give reference to our own experience. In my own experience, if I am not able to see, there's no tree. If I am colorblind, nobody can convince me there is some color in the world. Nobody can tell me there's a color in the world if I am colorblind. So the world, what we see as the world, is the form is given to the world because of the sense organs. Suppose I enhance the power of your sense organs, eyes. Instead of seeing light, your eyes start seeing X-ray. Then what happened to you? A beautiful girl sitting in front of you appears like a ghost, skeleton. If I give a gamma vision to you, then skeleton also disappears. There's nobody sitting in front of you. Then who is giving form in the world? Tell me. Is there form in the world or sense organs are creating form in the world? So sense organs give a form in the world. Then mind gives a name to the form. Nama and Rupa. So we give a name to the tree. We call tree. We call flower. We call bird. Nama and Rupa is given. Now you have a question. Is there a tree if I am not able to see it? If my sense organs are creating tree, I am blind. Is there a tree or not? Can tree exist independent of your sense organs? So that's where Vedanta says there are two experiences, two ways of explaining experience. Srishti and Drashti, and Drashti and Srishti. Srishti Drashti means there was a creation, there's a tree independent of me, and I am seeing the tree. That means if I am blind also, the tree exists. Because the object is independent of subject. The object, the creation was there. I appeared here and I saw the tree. I saw the object. There's a tree existed independent of me. This is called Drashti Srishti. Drashti Srishti is one way of looking at things. Oh, sorry, it's not Drashti. Srishti Drashti. Creation is there, I'm seer. The objects are there, I'm seer. The second view of looking at things is called Drishti Srishti. I have a dream. In the dream, I saw a tree, I saw a tiger, I saw a river. Was there a tiger? Was there a tree? Was there a river? Before I saw it, the seer and the seen appear together. That means sense organs and the object you cannot separate out. The seer and seen together appeared. The subject and object appear together. Subject and object disappear together. That's called Drashti Srishti. Now, if your question is, my eyes are giving shape to the tree, was there a tree earlier? Is there a tree? The tree and your sense organs appear together if you take Drashti Srishti understanding. They appear together. The sense organs, the body, and the world appear together, they disappear together. But I wake up in the morning and see I am in Bangalore, I am in my house. Then I think that house was there, Bangalore was there. Right? How is it different from the scenario in dream? This could be as well in the dream also. Dream, I woke up in Bangalore, I woke up in my house. Without understanding that, my waking up, house and Bangalore appear together. It's a simultaneous arising, the subject and object. It's a single experience. So you cannot separate out your sense organs from the object. Sense organs and object as a separate entity is a illusion, not reality. If that is so, Sense organs and objects don't appear together and disappear together. Where do they appear and disappear? The appearance and disappearance happens in consciousness. In consciousness, the subject and object appear. Subject and object appear together and disappear together because the memory which is there in consciousness, the memory is projected as subject and object. Memory is unmanifest, projection is manifest. So unmanifest memory becomes manifest. Tree and forest and river in dream. Same thing happens in the waking state. Unmanifest memory appears as tree, forest, and the world. That unmanifest memory in consciousness is called Maya. The appearance is called Prakriti. Unmanifest is called Maya. Manifest is called Prakriti. So manifest to unmanifest, it goes on. Unmanifest subject and object. Unmanifest me and the world. Unmanifest me and Bangalore. Manifest and when I woke up, they appear simultaneously. This is called Drashti Srashti. Now, if you look at this whole thing, there is no creation. Unmanifest becomes manifest, manifest becomes unmanifest. Unmanifested becomes manifest, and manifest becomes unmanifest. But the substratum, which is consciousness or Brahman, is unchanging. That's why it's called Ajativada. There's no creation. There's only unmanifest to manifest, manifest to unmanifest. Appearance only changes. Reality, there's no change. So, sense organs create a form. Because, please, when I say I create a form, I'm speaking from Srishti Drishti point of view. The mind gives a name. So there are two viewpoints. I have to explain from one viewpoint and shift to other viewpoint. From Srishti Drishti point of view, creation and manifestation, there is a creation, there's an appearance, and my sense organs are creating form in that. And my mind is giving a name. Nama Rupa is superimposed on a background reality called Brahman. Background called Brahman.
We are creating out of nothing.
So is form created out of nothing? The form is not created out of nothing. Form, Brahman is not a thing at all. Brahman is not an object. The Brahman is Sat Chit Ananda, existence, consciousness, bliss. The Sat aspect of Brahman, existence aspect of Brahman, the consciousness aspect of Brahman, the consciousness aspect of Brahman becomes aware. I exist. That's called I am. I am becomes the substratum on which the superimposition happens. I am is the substratum. That substratum on which the superimposition of name and form happens by mind and sense organs.
Creating form. Saying superimposition is putting one.
No.
Organs are superimposing name and form on Brahman.
I'm saying.
Other side, you're saying self-organs
Say.
creating name.
Understand the essence. The Brahman is Sat Chit Ananda, becomes aware of Sat aspect. That means I exist, I am aware. That I am comes up. Once that I am comes up, the I am feeling all of us has, then the body appears, the mind appears, and the world appears because of what is hidden in Maya. Maya is a blueprint of the universe, appears as universe. The projection, name and form, which is unmanifest, becomes manifest. So, if you take Srishti Drishti, unmanifest become manifest, I am seeing that. If you take Drishti Srishti, then unmanifest So I and the world appear together. There's no creation. It's an appearance of subject and object together. So let us take Shrashti Drashti, one aspect of one view. I see a flower, and when I see a flower, in this experience of seeing flower, flower and seer, flower is the object, seer is the subject, they become one. Then only there's experience possible. Seeing is possible. In that seeing experience, I call it pure experience. There's no duality. But the mind comes and says, labels the flower as flower and seer as me, and the process of seeing as seeing. The one unitary experience, pure experience, gets split into three: subject, object, and experience. This is called Triputi. In reality, Triputi is unreal. Satya is experience alone is there. The naming causes the confusion of threefold division, subject object division. The naming is done by the mind. The threefold division is not there in the experience of a child. Child has no concept of subject me. Experience of child is unitary. Experience of all of you is unitary. But the immediate the mind comes into picture, says, gives the name, subject, object, and experience. In reality, in consciousness, experience rise and fall, rise and fall. There's no subject and object. The subject and object is a concept created by mind by giving the name. So the question is there a tree? Was there a tree? The tree and I appear together. If I take Drashti Srashti as the reality. If I take Srashti Drashti as reality, there is a tree. I subject, I appeared. I saw the tree. In seeing, there was an experience. The threefold division of experience happened later because of the mind. Whichever way you take, the simple answer is experiences rise in consciousness and fall in consciousness. The division of subject and object is not real. Illusion. Triputi is false. So we speak of Ishvara Srishti, creation of the Ishvara. We see an objective universe and make our subject. The universe was there for billions of years. I appeared now. So there is a creator called Ishvara, universal consciousness. This is called Ishvara Srishti. Now, in the Ishvara Srishti, I have my own concepts, my own anger, fear, jealousy, hatred. They superimpose on Ishvara Srishti. That becomes Jiva Srishti, my individual consciousness. Okay, this is from the point of view of Srishti Drishti. In Drishti Srishti, the subject and object both appear together. They appear from Ishvara, universal consciousness. In deep sleep, there's no object and subject. Ishvara or Brahman alone existed.
Now, Mithya is Ishwara Srishti, Bhrama is Jiva Srishti.
So Mithya is Ishvara Srishti. What I call as Mithya or Ishvara Srishti. Prakriti, which is appearance of Maya, is Ishvara Srishti. Raga and Dvesha, Kama, Krodha, Madamasara, Moha, Lobha, what I see in that is a part of what I experience called Jiva Srishti. Mithya is a natural process. Sense organs and mind give a concept, superimpose a concept. But we are not worried about Mithya. We are worried about Bhrama or illusion. Mithya taking a Satya is a problem. Mithya itself is not a problem.
That is yours.
No. Mithya taking a Satya is because of avidya, ignorance. Avidya makes you take Mithya as Satya. What happened? Mithya, it's called Bhrama. And Bhrama causes Kama, Krodha, Mada, Matsara, Moha, Lobha, which is called Jiva Srishti.
Vidya is Ishvara Drishti.
Avidya or ignorance is when you are born, you are ignorant. All living beings are born ignorant. It's a part of Ishvara Srishti. Vidya or Jnana you get and come out of avidya, because avidya is error. It's nothing, no problem. It's error in perception, error in understanding life. That can be corrected to Jnana. And avidya leads to Jiva Srishti. Kama, Krodha, Mada, Matsara, Moha, Lobha, all those things will come out.
So Brahma is Ishvara Srishti only, not Jiva Srishti. Yeah, because of avidya only I get that illusion.
So, Bhrama or illusion is it Ishvara Srishti. So that's why God, when we speak of God, generator, operator, destroyer. Okay. Generator means Srishti, Kriya. It's called Brahman. Operator is called Vishnu, who takes care of that. Destroyer called Shiva. Then one more power of Ishvara is called Maya Shakti, the projection power. And then Sadguru or liberating power. Now the question is, Brahma or Avidya, is it Ishvara Srishti? So the answer for that, Ishvara did not create Jivas. That I have told earlier talks. Jivas were existing in dormant condition in Maya. Why they exist? Nobody knows. Anadikala, the Jivas are there in dormant condition. Jivas by nature, they have a avidya. Ishvara didn't create avidya for Jivas. Neither Ishvara created Jiva. The Ishvara or the all these dormant conditions, what are present? Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara, sun, moon, everything were present in dormant condition Maya. They were there Anadikala. Ishvara projects a universe for this Jiva to experience their potential, experience their desire. And over a period of time, come out of avidya. The Ishvara's role is projection of what is dormant to manifest and what is manifest to unmanifest. As Brahmaji, G-O-D, God, generator, he projects what is dormant into universe. That is why it said there's no creation. What is unmanifest becomes manifest. Ishvara helps only becomes unmanifest to become manifest. Ishvara doesn't create anything. Ishvara Srishti, there's no creation of avidya or anything. There's no world that's created. World was dormant in Maya. Ishvara projects what is dormant or unmanifest becomes manifest. So why did Ishvara create Maya? Why did Ishvara create Brahma? He didn't create. No creation is called Ajativada. There's no creation. In the universe, Jivas were there in dormant form in Maya. Jiva was there unmanifest form in Maya. And avidya was there in all of them. And that avidya comes up. Pause. The question will say, all this, no, not coming. Started. The question is, why did Krishna create Ishvara, avidya? Why did Ishvara create Brahma? Why did he create this universe? Ajativada or no creation says, there is no creation by the Ishvara. Ishvara makes unmanifest to become manifest, manifest to become unmanifest. As God, generator, he becomes unmanifest to become manifest. As operator, he takes care of many unmanifest. And destroyer, destroys, or destruction is also not there. Manifest becomes unmanifest. And in that Maya Shakti, Maya is the dormant condition, unmanifest form of the world that appears. So Ishvara didn't create Maya also, it's there. Then as Sadguru, he comes and removes Adnana. So now, if you ask question, Ishvara created Maya, Ishvara created Avidya? No. There's no creation. That's why it's called Ajativada. And why did Ishvara project the world? Ishvara projected the world to help Jiva to experience their karma, experience their desires, and finally overcome avidya and realize non-duality. Any questions from anybody?
For a Shrishti theory only. All the Upanishads, they all talk about how creation was, it came, isn't it? Lot of explanation is there.
Yeah.
On Drishti Srushti is a little less only.
Yeah. So that's why Upanishads have to be learned from a master.
Yes, Prabhuji.
You try to master the Upanishads, then you'll end up in trouble. Learn Upanishad or scriptures from a master who will tell the hidden or deeper aspects of scriptures. So, why there so many theories, Drashti, Srashti, Drashti, Ajativada and all? Ultimately, there is no problem in creation. Everything is as it is. Everything is perfect. Only imperfection is there in our buddhi because of avidya, ignorance. Error is there. What's happening to me now? That's what is supposed to happen. Why I am like this? That's what you are supposed to be like that. It's a part of what was there in Maya, unmanifest becomes manifest. You cannot question why. You can accept what is there right now and go beyond that. The only correction required in your life is avidya has to go and vidya has to be there, Atma Dnana has to be there, realize I am Brahman, realize Nanu, Nanembudu, Nanalla, Ideha, Manabuddhi, Nanalla, Sachidanandatma, Shivananani, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. Everything else, the world, the body, the mind, your vasana and samskara, they're all mithya. Vasana samskara also taking vasana samskara satya is also illusion. They are appearing and disappearing. I am Sakshi, I am Brahman. So most of the people live with a understanding Srashti Drashti. Creation is real, I appeared. Vedanta tells us Drashti Srashti is a dream example. Then with dream example it says waking state is also like a dream. So wake up from waking state, then you realize the reality is Satyam. I am Brahman. So that is, and then you understand there is no creation. Ishvara Srishti is a projection. Ishvara didn't create, unmanifest become projected as manifest. So that understanding has to happen. So in meditation, from Drashti Srishti, you go to Srishti Drashti, understand everything happening in my life, appearance together. Okay, nobody is causing me a problem, nobody is troubling me. It's my mind only is appearing like this. Then go to who am I? Sakshi. Then realize Sakshi as Brahman and become free. We give a lot of importance to Vasana and Samskara. Okay? The moment you give importance to Vasana and Samskara, you are making Vasana and Samskara real. They are unreal. They are Mithya. Vasana and Samskara also appear and disappear. Your focus should be not focusing on Vasana and Samskara, getting rid of Vasana and Samskara. Your focus should be on who am I? Your focus should be on Satya. The more you focus on Mithya, the more Mithya becomes strengthened. It is like somebody sees a ghost on the tree. Okay, he brings a mantravadi, magician to do some puja, trying to remove the ghost. Do something, do some flower, do some magical process. The ghost will not go. You have to understand there is a tree. Similarly, your vasana and samskara are like nothing appearances. They are not real. Your focus should be who am I? Again and again, remind yourself, I am Sakshi. Come out from Drashti Srashti to Srashti Drashti and come to the Ajativada. Get established in Samadhi. Be peaceful. Now, again, the question here, there's another question. A jnana has to be experienced. So, yeah, with Atma jnana is an experience. I already said the self cannot be experienced because there's no duality there. But once adnana goes, ignorance goes, there's a feeling of trapti. Panchadashi, Swami Vidyananda says, called trapti, satisfaction. The example is, if I eat a meal, I feel full. I don't feel like eating anything more. That's called trapti. And trapti leads to deep peace in you. It's called parashanti. Parashanti is the experience. All thinking leads to feeling or experience in the body. Atmadnana leads to parashanti, a deep peace experience. Are you clear? Okay, with that, I'll close for the day. Hari Om, everybody.